Hey there, LBT Squad. I'm your host, Alex Popp, and this is episode 4 of Journey to LBT15. I want to start by saying I'm sorry to any of you guys who tried to stick around for that live streaming event I was going to do. I kept trying several times to do that event, but a few minutes in, it kept freezing on me, so I had to give it up. But I do still want to save myself some time by not having to write a script, so this video is completely unscripted, so just do bear with me through this. So what we're going to talk about in this video are types of dinosaurs that we'd like to see make an appearance in a future Land Before Time movie, specifically types of dinosaurs that we've never seen before in that series. So I searched through some books, and I came up with 6 dinosaurs that I think that I'd like to see in a future Land Before Time movie. I tried to stretch it out to 10, but there were 4 others that when I had them on the list, I thought, they're just filler. I don't think I could give enough of a reason to include them in a movie. So I'm just going to settle on 6, and I'll explain what kind of role they could play in the movie. So, here we go, let's get into it. Starting it off with number 6, Dunkleosteus, or some kind of really weird-looking marine prehistoric creature. The Dunkleosteus is the first that comes to my mind. It's this fish-like creature that's about 20 feet long, and its body is covered in bony plates, and a few of those plates were its teeth, so yeah, it's a really weird-looking creature. So I'd like to see that be included in a Land Before Time movie where it goes back to the ocean. Moving on to number 5, Donnakairos, which is the biggest of the ornithomimosaurs. And those, of course, were the pretty simple kinds of dinosaurs that walked on 2 legs. And you know them. They include like Struthiomimus, Gallimimus, Ornithomimus. Donnakairos is the biggest of them all, almost the size of T-Rex, and so because of that, I think they'd be great in like a sequence where Littlefoot and his friends like ride on a big flock of them, and that'd be a really cool sequence where they get to like go run with them, and maybe that could come like right after escaping like some kind of predatory dinosaur. So yeah, I think Donnakairos would make a good addition to the series. Number 4 is a winged dinosaur called Honora, and this was a sharp-toothed flying dinosaur. And so because of that, I think including some kind of sharp-toothed pterosaur like Honora, it would make for a really cool chase sequence in the air. Like, say, a pack of those things start chasing after, like, maybe Tyranno or Edda, and maybe a few of the kids are riding with them. I think that would make a really exciting chase sequence. Maybe have it take place through a canyon, or in mountains or some place. So, yeah. Number 3, Majula Thoughtless or Coelophysis. The reason that I'm putting these two together is because they're 2 kinds of carnivores that are known to be cannibals. And now I don't think that I think cannibalism is too dark of an element to include in G-rated movies. However, I think including like a Majula Thoughtless or Coelophysis hatchling would create kind of an interesting story if Chomper met one of them. Like if they were the kinds of hatchlings that like weren't wanted by their parents, and so like Chomper comes across one of them and like takes him or her in, and that would create an interesting story. If I had to choose between one of the two, I'd probably say Majula Thoughtless. Like, I saw that thing on a History Channel special called Jurassic Fight Club, and looking at that thing, it's quite interesting that it's a creature that really existed. It looks really neat. Number 2 is one that I've spoken about before that I want to see included, Compsognathus. And the reason is because they could create a fight scene like between like a pack of those things with Littlefoot, Sarah, and Spike fighting them, and it would be the same as a giant sauropod dinosaur fighting a full-size T-Rex, but just at a fraction of the size. So that's the kind of fight sequence with sharp teeth I've always wanted to see in those movies. So come on, Universal, make it happen. And the number 1 type of dinosaur that I'd like to see make an appearance in this series, Xenasaurus, which is a theropod dinosaur that walked on 2 legs and had like Wolverine claws. And those things were like 1.5 feet long, and it looks pretty cool. But here's the thing that would make it really interesting as like a character in the series, is if it gets judged by its fellow plant-eating dinosaurs for its sharp claws. They naturally assume that it's a predator, and he's kind of tired of being judged like that. And that's another way that Chomper could really relate to him. And it could also be a way of these scientists sort of cracking fun at themselves, similar to the way that they did in the Missing Fastwater adventure, where Chomper finds a use for his little arms, because scientists believe that T-Rex had no use for its little arms. In a similar way, they could kind of crack fun at how whenever we discover a kind of dinosaur that has sharp teeth and claws, we just naturally assume that it's a meat-eater. But really think about it, were they all necessarily meat-eaters? I mean, like, even though there are types of animals that are classed as carnivores that we see today. For example, the panda. The panda is classed as a carnivore, but 99% of its diet is bamboo. And there are also some types of crocodilians that eat fruit. So there are exceptions to these rules that we've made to the animal kingdom. And so that, I think, would be an interesting thing to do. So yeah, include Xenasaurus. So that wraps that list up. Be sure to let me know what kinds of dinosaurs you'd like to see make an appearance in a Land Before Time movie. And the reason that this subject was on my mind is because we got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom coming up, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the new types of dinosaurs that are in that movie. I'm really looking forward to seeing the kind of show that the Baryonyx puts on. We've never seen a Baryonyx before in the series, but it's always been implied that it's been alive on the island somewhere, but it's never made an appearance. And there also recently was a featurette that briefly showed a fight between a Sinoceratops and a Carnotaurus. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that fight scene goes down. Of course, we all know what ceratopsians think of Carnotaurus. Carnotaur, a mouthful of teeth with a bad attitude. Thank you to all those of you who got that reference. And speaking of Fallen Kingdom, I think it's about time that we do another contest. And so, the contest that I have planned, we are going to predict the worldwide gross of Fallen Kingdom. And what we're going to do it for is one of these t-shirts for the Dinosaur Protection Group, DPG, which is the organization in the movie that is founded by Bryce Dallas Howard's character. So it's going to be a t-shirt and a mug combo, which will go to the winner. So we're going to do this in the style of The Price is Right, where the winner will be the person whose guess comes closest to being right without exceeding the actual amount. You guys are going to have until Wednesday, which will be June 20th, or the day before its evening release on Thursday night. So you guys have until Wednesday, June 20th to submit your prediction. So you can do that by leaving it in the comments, or if you don't want anyone else to see your prediction, you can just send it to me by email or by message on Facebook. And if you guys want my input on that, I can't really say exactly how accurate my predictions are on these box office totals, because I've really only made one official prediction before, and that was for Star Wars The Last Jedi. I predicted the movie would make $1.45 billion, and I came pretty close. It ended up grossing $1.33 billion, but still, that's just one guess. So, Jurassic World grossed $1.67 billion worldwide. So, I don't think Fallen Kingdom's going to make that much, but I still think it's going to reach $1 billion. I'm going to predict $1.13 billion. But don't just take my word for it, give it your own guess. So, once again, you have until June 20th to win a DPG t-shirt and mug. And also, be sure to check out my other channel, Pop Culture, where I'm currently working on reviews for all of the Jurassic Park movies before Fallen Kingdom comes out. So, link is in the description. I'd really appreciate the view. That's a wrap. If you like this and you want to see more, slap the like button, subscribe for future videos, and follow us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Alex Popp. Catch you later.